Okay, hello everyone. By the names of MUKUNZI Edith, MUKUNZI Ziza Edith, all names given by my father. I'm the child of MUKUNZI Simeon, the person that we are grieving at the moment. Yeah, and I'm his last born, last child. Yeah, I was the one born last, of course. And well, the thing that I remember most about my father is that he was a person who was determined. He was a hardworking person. He was a person who never tried to give up. He was a person who would actually stick up for you if you were in bad times or like in a time that was not really your at your strongest point. And so thinking about the fact that he has passed on and left the world for good, because we all feel we have the feelings of missing him, and okay, basically calling it, we're saying that we're sad and we don't feel like it was right, where many people are feeling like, nah, this is just not the right thing that should have happened. And honestly, I wouldn't even agree more. Like, this, all that is happening is just it's like this is something that happens in natural life. And I know most of you might be wondering, why is it she crying, or why isn't this happening? If I were to cry, honestly, I would prove that I am. It would be like proof that I am not a Mukunzi, because as a Mukunzi, you're supposed to be a person who is strong at all times. This is the thing that I learned from my father. I've never seen my dad like crying in his lifetime. I've never. So you get how much of an influence that has been on me. You know, my dad, anytime I would cry, my dad would be the person who would give me that, like, conversation, or he would give me that motivation. He used to say, you do not let this bring you down, you don't let this put you down. It was honestly like basically having therapy every day with him. Anytime you feel bad about something, you talk to him. Anytime you feel like something is wrong, you talk to him. Anytime you felt like you needed some advice, anytime you felt like life is just going wrong, definitely wrong, you feel like this is just not right, you talk to him and he'll tell you that there is no way your life is in, there is no way your life will be perfect unless it's imperfect. So this is the thing that actually inspired me about him. He was a person who would actually talk about the truth and only the truth. He would tell you about your imperfection. He would tell you that no human is perfect unless you actually are proved to be. No, actually, he used to tell me no human is perfect, and and it was only Jesus or God. And I would say, what if you were like the person without sins? What if you were the person without like any kind of crime you committed? What if you were the person who had not done anything wrong in your lifetime? And he would tell me there is no way you don't have any impurities in this world. Honestly, just talking about him does bring back memories that really do hurt. But then I remember moments that I remember are sometimes moments when we used to watch TV together, and I was still like, it was like, and I was still like a kid, very short. Yeah, we used to watch TV together, and each and every time we used to watch something, I was a person who was confused about my career journey. I used to want to be a basketballer. That's what I used to tell him. I felt like he's the person who wanted me to be a doctor, because at a young age he used to put my name. He used to call me a doctor, and I used to even write that on like legal documents and stuff. I used to be like, my name is MUKUNZI Ziza, is doctor. Yeah, that I used to say, yeah, like that is my name, the doctor part. But then I at some point I told dad that I don't feel like being a doctor is the right career for me. I don't feel like because I'm a person who does not necessarily like looking at blood. It is something that honestly does not give me good, let's say, vibes. Yeah, but my dad said that there is no way I can push you to do something that you do not want to do. And that's when I understood that no matter what time I'll go through, my dad would be there for me. He would be there to stick up for me. He would tell me what to do. He would tell me when I am wrong. He would tell me when I am right. He would tell me when I am mistaken. He would tell me at any point life would have swept me off my feet. And I used to, the times when we used to watch TV, I used to, look at different channels. I used to admire all the different kinds of, all the different kinds of career aspects. And I used to look at the basketball players, and I'm like, eh, those ones are really powerful, And at some point, I used to play basketball, and my dad was really proud of me for that. And at some point, I also wanted to be a chef because I don't know, I loved cooking, and the thing that made me love chefing out was the fact that dad was actually willing to take me to any kind of take me to use any kind of instruments or equipment that I would need. And soon we landed on the real estate agent, and each and every time I checked my career choice, he would actually, help me investigate the whole thing. We talk about it, and yeah. So the other moment I remember about him is the time, I was sitting in the sitting room with him, and by that time, yes, he was sick, and he would try out different medicines. And so each and every time we would see him with different kinds of medicines, different, kinds of flavors, or I would say different kinds of cultures. And so that time he brought a medicine that was supposed to be rubbed on his feet, but since the sickness had really, destroyed his back, he would not even be able to just you know, bend to do it himself. So he called me, he was like, it is come and help you apply this medicine. And I said, okay. But then yes, in my heart I did have a question. I was like, why? And I don't know if it was like he heard me, and then he was like, he was like, the reason why I want you to apply this on my foot is because I cannot reach my feet. And I was like, why, Papa? And he said, I cannot, my back is not, my back is not, it's not well enough for me to do that. And honestly, that thing really made me sad. I felt like this kind of thing was just unfair. This kind of whatever kind of sort of thing was that. I just felt like, no, this was not the Papa I knew. This was not the strong man that used to stand up every morning, go work every morning, not get tired. But yeah, and that time I was rubbing his feet. He puts his hand on me, on my head actually, and he said, I bless you, my daughter. And honestly, with him only saying those words, I felt like now I am energetic, I could stand anything in my way, stuff like that. But thinking about this whole aspect of him passing on, I realize it's a natural cycle in life. It's something, yes, definitely we're gonna miss him. And at this point, I still don't believe that he's gone. When I was told the news that he had passed on, I felt like, okay, this is just a lie. I felt like maybe, because by that time during the sickness period, I felt like yeah, he had like the slow response to certain stuff. So I felt like maybe he was just, well, he was sleeping, and maybe he probably slept for a long time, and he, also his breathing rate was low at that time. So I felt like, what, maybe it's just that. So I did not really, think about it until I actually saw that no one was actually coming to tell me, or this was just fake news, or I made a mistake. And yeah. So all in all, I wanted to tell you that, yeah, I understand very many people are hurting, but then we all have to understand that this is a natural cycle. And the reason why I don't want to cry is because I don't want to. It's not that I am not hurting. I am hurting, but then. Okay, so yeah, it's basically I was saying he's the person who checks. Like, I just honestly wish that I had told him how much I was proud to have him as a father, how much I was, I was very, inspired by him. And honestly, seeing him in such a period, that's when he was sick, I feel like it would be my breaking point. I felt like I would there and then I would feel like everything would be swept away. I just felt broken. I didn't feel good. Honestly, it was a lot to take in, and especially, I remember he started getting sick actually when I was around P5. And I remember those times I used to just honestly be like a workaholic, whereby I would not give up on anything. He's the person who actually taught me about being a fighter. He's the person who helped me get my voice out there. At a point at school, when I speak, people do actually listen. And he is the person who told me that if you want something and you see that this thing, okay, if you want something to happen, or there is something wrong that is happening around you, speak up and do not be a person who is afraid. And he said that as long as you know that the Lord will be around you every time, or He will be with you, there is nothing that you can be scared of. But then now I'm thinking, if at least God is with me, then honestly I really just wish that also I honestly do hope that his soul should also, watch over me, be proud of me. And yeah, all in all, talking about him, yeah, I think in a few words I'll put it that way. But then, of course, we're still thankful for having him as a father. Yeah, and honestly, the words I would have told, I want to tell him right now is that I love him, and I promise to make him proud wherever he is, and I am happy, or I am enjoying that he is now at rest, peaceful rest, and I hope that I make him proud, and his story shall be told to all the next generations. We shall never forget him.
Praise God. I thank God for my uncle's life. It's hard for me to believe that he's no more. It's hard to believe that he's no more. It's a big gap in my life. Personally, my relationship with him has been like a parent, a father, a friend, a mentor, a spiritual guide. Like, he's one person who call me randomly. Ask me, Esther, Mesoneza, praise God. Muraho. Oli kuchi, what's going on? Then he asks how is work moving. He advises you talk at length. He advises here and there. He's been that uncle who really wanted to know who has been there monitoring everything. On a random day, he calls you, asks you some questions, he checks you, he tells me, Esther, I want you to be a lady with a purpose. Don't just do things. What do you want to do? Don't just do things to make money. Do something that you love so that on the way you shouldn't give up. There's so much on hard work and prayer. Them saying that you have to pray. Nothing is possible without God. Then end of March, he texted me. He told me, Esther, I want to hear your voice. I tried calling him. He wasn't speaking, but the voice was coming. End March. Esther, I want to hear your voice. He sent me a text. Then I tried calling back. He told me, no, it's okay. Let's voice record. I can't. Let's chat. Or if you send a voice record, I can't hear properly. So we chatted at length. My last chat with him was so hopeful. He was even showing. I even gave him a prayer request. He told me, yeah, sure, it's possible, and I'll attend. Like, it was more of encouraging and giving me hope. Yeah, it will happen. Then I prayed with him, shared some scriptures. Then in April, beginning of April, the second week of April, he called me directly. Still, I couldn't hear his voice. He was like, we didn't speak. He wanted to speak to me, but it didn't happen. So I'll miss him. But I'm glad. I've learned enough from him. May his soul rest in peace.
Brian, handi umwana wa gatatu kuri papa, ankurikira Enoch. Ni papa wanjye. Birababaje kuba uno munsi speech mfashe ari gusezera papa. Ni byinshi cyane asize dushobora kumuvugaho, ashobora kuvuga nkarangiza. Nubwo ntagize amahirwe yo kubana nawe igihe kinini kenshi na kenshi, ariko yahoraga ari hafi yanjye via text, via media. Niwe muntu wangayingagaho. Every time he used to come in case I needed guidance, nshaka guidance. Numva nyobewe aho kujya. At times ndi mu ishuri ariko azanibaza byo kwiga bifasha gute, nihe ngomba kujya, akambwira Brian n'uburangije ugiye gukora post graduate. Ese buri nzira yose iyo turimo gukura nk'abana ukavuga ndashaka gukora iki n'iki, ndashaka gukora iki n'iki, ariko we yanyerekaga icyo ngomba gufata. Kandi nkibaza ko ariko buri mubyeyi wese akunze umwana wawe azakura ashaka kuba doctor, ashaka kuba pilot, ashaka kuba ibintu bitandukanye, ariko ugomba kuba uzi ikiri suitable to your child, ikimukwiye. Rimwe na rimwe ushobora kuvuga ngo umwana akunda gukina umupira, ariko wareba deeply ukavuga uno mwana ntabwo ari we yagakwiye cyangwa se ntabwo ari ko byagakwiye, ntabwo ari ukuvuga ngo umwinjire mu burenganzira bwe, ariko mu byo yakoze bimwe ari byo nashaka gukora ariko akambwira kora kimwe. For example, ndangije kwiga mu wa kane yarambwiye ngo yambaje icyo nshaka gukora, ndamubwira nshaka gukora sciences, ko numvaga ashaka gukora engineering, akambwira according to your results, kuko ni umuntu wize uzi ibintu by'imyigire, ashobora kuinterpretinga ahereye ku manota yawe. Arambwira sciences ntabwo ari nziza kuri wowe, nta nubwo ari cyo kintu wagatekereje ubu ngubu. Arambaza se urashaka gukora iyihe combination, ndamubwira nshaka gukora PCB, ndaho ngaho ndimo kuritigiye ibintu bya physique, ariko arambwira ntabwo ari cyo kiri suitable according to what you got, ko bisinziriye ku manota wabonye. So arambwira njye no kuri geography, kuri math and economics, ariko nageze kugira ngo mmenye ko ari byo byakankwiriye, ko n'imibare natangiye gustruggle navuga ibyo nza kuba natwaye physique ariko bimeze gutyo. So bivuze ko ari umuntu warebaga kure, azi ikiri suitable for his child. So ibyo byose nabirebaga nkagira I have to follow all the guidelines that he's giving me, nkuko Enoka nawe gukora amateka atari byo byari mu mutwe, ariko aho mwereka ko ari byo by'uwahiwe. So niwo muntu wampaga guidance, I couldn't seek for guidance any other place, from any other place, usibye we gusa. So ndamukesha byinshi, umubyeyi, umwarimu, buri kintu cyose. Abenshi ntabwo bamusobanukirwa kubera twega abana dukoresheje tough way, strong way, to the extent that you might deny you something that you think it is basic for you. Ariko to me he used to call them petty things. I won't take care of petty things. Yumva ko petty things, there are things that you can do for yourself, but when it comes to education, you can ask for anything. Ashobora nko kutwara mu international school just to have quality education. So ni umuntu wakunda kwiga cyane, kandi buri wese arimo guha ijambo, aravuga mu kwiga, kuko buri muntu wese ashaka umuntu. Turavuga ngo ababyeyi barakunze bakosa, ndabizi ko buri wese afite amakosa mu buzima, kandi nkabasaba Imana mu byo yumva atasoje ntawe Imana imurebere, kuko ari inzira yacu twese. Imufashe, resting in peace. And ikibazo cyo imigambi yaba afite ubu ngubu ni yo kubona abana be biga bakaba icyo yashakaga ko baba, ari graduating, kubona abana be baprogressinga, and kuba dufite chance yo kuba tukiri bazima, ni chance nini cyane tudashobora guteka for granted. So I think we have to live up to his dream, study hard and complete, and do the needful to make a strong family based on education. That's the main issue. Umurage wo kwiga ntabwo dushobora gucisha mu maso, cyane ko ari nawe watangiye. Ababyeyi bamwe batabonaga value mu education niwe yarayibonye. So all in all, most of the stories that are written about education, ndamushima byose yankoreye, ibyo yankoreye byose mu kwiga kwanjye.
Simeon, I'm based in Uganda, a son to IMCW Margaret, who happens to be a brother. I mean a sister to the late uncle MUKUNZI. Uncle, I have not known you that much, but you have been in my life for a long period. I have learned a lot from you because you have always been a man of your word. You never see anything happen which is not right, and you keep quiet on it. I personally, you have guided me. The times you have come to Uganda and you have shared, seeing you that you are gone now is so hurting. I got opportunity of sharing with you before you passed on when you are in the hospital. And the message you passed out was to forgive, was to love. And at one moment you asked if God can give you another opportunity to live for at least 5 or 10 years. You would want to change a lot. It's so hurting to see you gone. And we pray that the Almighty God forgives you whatever went astray. And may you always live long. I have no much to say, but only wish you the best. To the children, I may not be known to you that much, but I pray that we keep the love Uncle has shown. We keep the love he has always taught us. We wish you the best.
nitwa Nzaramberiye ndi ubucupa bwa data nijya amaherezo iwacu umunsi nyakwigendera niwe mfura ya data aheruka mu bana abyara data hanyuma ndashima Imana kuri urugendo rw'ubuzima bwe twabanye mu buzima busanzwe umubyeyi amunkundisha kandi nawe ankundisha ababyeyi yabanye nanjye aranyigisha anyereka ubutwari guhagarara aho umuntu atari ugakora uri wenyine so self-reliance niyo cyo kintu cyari mu buzima bwe kwihesha agaciro kwikorera nta wundi arikengukiraho nta wundi asaba ubufasha yanyigishije byinshi urugendo tumaranye rw'amezi 2 n'iminsi 6 twamaranye mu bitaro nari mfite target nari mfite intego yo kubana nawe mpaka akize ariko uko Imana ibihisemo ibishatse nuko bigenze yitabye Imana imuheruko rigashira namukundaga cyane ku buryo bwe nanjye twari dusa nkaho tumaze kuba inshuti amaze kuba data nanjye kujya mwita muzehe nkuko byari bisanzwe numva yuko ari we data rwose kuko yaramfitiye runini so rero tugushije ishyamba mwihangane cyane iyi niyo nzu ya mbere ikomeye cyane tubuze y'igitabo cy'umuryango ni igitabo cy'umuryango n'igihugu kibuze inzu y'igitabo gikomeye cyane yakundaga gusoma kandi nkundisha gusoma ijambo ry'Imana no gusenga.
Simeon, I based in Uganda, a son to IHUMURE Margaret, who happens to be a brother. I mean a sister to the late Uncle MUKUNZI. Uncle, I have not known you that much, but you have been in my life for a long period. I have learned a lot from you because you have always been a man of your word. You never see anything happen which is not right, and you keep quiet on it. I personally, you have guided me. The times you have come to Uganda and you have shared, seeing you that you are gone now is so hurting. I got opportunity of sharing with you before you passed on when you are in the hospital. And the message you passed out was to forgive, was to love. And at one moment you asked if God can give you another opportunity to live for at least 5 or 10 years. You would want to change a lot. It's so hurting to see you gone. And we pray that the Almighty God forgives you whatever went astray. And may you always live long. I have no much to say, but only wish you the best. To the children, I may not be known to you that much, but I pray that we keep the love Uncle shown. We keep the love he has always taught us. We wish you the best.
MUKUNZI ndi bucura bwa data nijya amahererezi wacu MUKUNZI nyakwigendera niwe mfura ya data ngaheruka mu bana abyara data hanyuma ndashima Imana kuri urugendo rw'ubuzima bwe twabanye mu buzima busanzwe umubyeyi amunkundisha kandi nawe ankundisha ababyeyi yabanye nanjye aranyigisha anyereka ubutwari guhagarara aho umuntu atari ugakora uri wenyine so self-reliance niyo cyo kintu cyari mu buzima bwe kwihesha agaciro kwikorera nta wundi adipendikiraho nta wundi asaba ubufasha yanyigishije byinshi urugendo tumaranye rw'amezi 2 n'iminsi 6 twamaranye mu bitaro nari mfite target nari mfite intego yo kubana nawe mpaka akize ariko uko Imana ibihisemo ibishatse nuko bigenze yitabye Imana imuheruko rigashira namukundaga cyane ku buryo bwe nanjye twari dusa nkaho tumaze kuba inshuti amaze kuba data nanjye kujya mwita muzehe nkuko byari bisanzwe numva yuko ari we data rwose kuko yaramfitiye runini so rero tugushije ishyamba mwihangane cyane iyi niyo nzu ya mbere ikomeye cyane tubuze y'igitabo cy'umuryango ni igitabo cy'umuryango n'igihugu kibuze inzu y'igitabo gikomeye cyane yakundaga gusoma kandi nkundisha gusoma ijambo ry'Imana no gusenga ndashimira buri muntu wese ntabwo atageze nta muntu utagize icyo akora rwose nta muntu yigeze ajyana ideni cyangwa agahinda k'umuntu runaka yajyanye mu ijuru ibyo aribyo byose ndatekereza nashidikanya ko yagiye mu ijuru ni umugabo w'intwari ukunda kubabarira kandi ukunda Imana so nuko yancitse respectinga kumucyura mu rugo ari muzima tuvuga ibitangaza by'Imana ariko nta kintu cyo kurenzaho murakoze cyane Imana ibahe.
Yes. Hey guys, how are you? Yeah, we have really wanted to come. We have heard a lot about Enoch's family, about Enoch's dad, and we always hope to come and have a jolly moment here in Rwanda with all of you. But it's unfortunate we are here at in this sad moment, grieving the loss of Enoch's dear dad. But one thing we are grateful for is he really did well raising up a man of Enoch's stature. And we believe, though he's gone too early, too soon, we believe he has left a good foundation behind, and his legacy is going to live on. Enoch and our siblings, we are going to have you in prayers, and we know, just trust in God, and there will always be a way, and we will always comfort you. Other words, rest in peace, dear dad. Hopefully, this is the first time coming to Rwanda, but we believe to forge a better and a more meaningful relationship from this. God bless you all and be strong.
Hello, I'm Chiko's Edmund, Enoch's friend. I would like to extend my sincere condolences to the family of Enoch, and I would like to thank everyone from Uganda that has made it here to come and comfort our dear friend. And to Enoch, we're standing with you in prayer. Pray that Lord guides you through. I know that the loss of your dad has been unmatched, and it was an untimely death. A lot of responsibility is bestowed into you right now. But be rest assured, we are going to support you, and we're praying that God guides you through. May the soul of the departed rest in peace.
I am Kasali Uska. I'm a brother to Enoch, and I'm glad that I met him from high school in primary and graduated with him in university under law. I'm so glad to have a strong man like him, and I know he's going to lead his family from where his father left off. We have our deepest condolences to him, and we pray that he may live to keep high the family legacy as his father wanted. Thank you.
Hello, Enoch. My name is Paul. The late was Enoch's father, and that makes him our father too. Enoch, I'm so sorry for the loss of Dad, and I'm praying for God to comfort you. So many of us, some other friends of ours wanted to make it, but they couldn't out of some issues, but they're sending their regards to you and their support. We're here for you, Enoch, in every way, and we'll support you in every way we can. We love you so, so much, and your father raised a very, very great man, and it will be okay. We're with you, and we're also praying for you.
Hi, I am Edna Kaidembaras. I'm Enoch's friend. My message, I hope that even though the world is dark right now, I hope you can still see some lights in the memories you shared with Dad. We love you. We are here for you. May Dad's soul rest in eternal peace.
Losing someone in life is one of the hardest experiences one can ever get through. My name is Ray Arthur, and Enoch is my friend. I want to inform you that words of sympathy feel inadequate for losing someone so great. So I want to express and extend thoughts of comfort to Enoch and the family. And in the same spirit, I want to extend my gratitude to everyone who came to be with us, those who traveled. Your presence and support has been a tremendous source of support to our family in this trying time. May his soul rest in peace. Thanks.
Hello, Razak Sema is my name. It's unfortunate that we get to meet at this moment with Enoch's family after the death of his dear dad. Yeah, Enoch is my friend. We have been together since campus up to now. And from the words of comfort that we have had, people talk about the late. All I can say is an apple doesn't fall far from the apple tree. Because through Enoch, we have been able to see his dad's image, a principled person, a man of character, a man of great wisdom, a leader, a brother, a friend. And I believe with those characters enshrined into Enoch and his siblings, there is nothing that can really defeat you all. Dad did a good job raising you up, and I believe, though he's gone too soon, you are all ready to take on the world and all the challenges that come with it. So believe in God, trust in Him. His timing is always the best. When a door closes, another opens. Have the faith. May that soul rest in peace. Be strong.
Nitwa Mukunzi Elizabeth. I'm a daughter to Mukunzi Simeon. Yes, probably I don't know what to. When that it must have been a speech to be set up, but I don't know how to have written that, so I'm going to say whatever comes into me. So I think out of all his kids, I've been a strong-headed kid to him. Like there is always that one kid that is very challenging and everything, and I believe I'm that kid. But I'm very grateful that he has been that dad that is going to work out things between us despite everything. And number two, Dad has been my protector. He has been my defender since childhood. Because even the time I was told that he's gone, the first thing that flashed into my mind was, now what if this happens? Who am I going to go to? Who am I going to run to? Who am I going to call? So I recalled in my childhood, Dad, I used to report to Dad everything that used to happen, even the petty issues. I used to give them time, and he always told me, you know what? Strong things come to strong people, so you need to be strong and defend yourself. Because I always told him I wanted to be a strong lady in the future. So he told me, if you want to become that, start now. And right now, I see that I should be that strong lady he always wanted to invent out of me. Um, Most especially, I want to thank my Uncle Muhinda. That man has been a very core in my life. Recently, he has been there for me. He has been there for my dad. Even the rest of the people that I haven't mentioned, that have been there for my dad throughout this journey until he went to rest. I really thank you for your unwavering support. I really thank you for coming through anytime. I know he's your brother. I know maybe there was relationship between you, but yeah, you had a choice, but you still chose him. So I thank you so much. And the only thing I'd like to say, there is a lot, of questions upon myself that I've always been asking myself, which is never going to stop until right now. In fact, that he's gone. So I pray his soul rests in peace. But even those questions are going to find answers in this, in this challenging time. I promise to find answers. I promise to stand firm. The last time we talked was the time I planned to go visit him to the hospital, and some challenges came out, which failed me to go and see him. Yeah, which was sad, but I really had the urge of going to see him. So that has been one of the points that make me tear up whenever I think about it, because I was really required to go and see him. Which the next call was, he's gone. But I pray wherever you are, you still believe and you still know deep inside, despite anything, I would still choose you to be my dad. Even in the next life, if there is a next life, I'll still choose you to be my dad despite anything. Jeremiah 33 verses 3 says, God hears your prayers. So I literally don't know why he didn't hear these prayers or he had them, but as they say, everything has a good reason as to why it happens. So maybe there was a reason for this very many prayers not to be answered. Anyways, I have a lot to say, but thank you for all coming. Thank you always for coming through for us. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for thank you for everything. And Dad, we love you so much. We respect you. We love you. And we are sorry for those shortcomings that are going to come. Even those that came, we are sorry because we're all humans. But we promise we are going to keep in the line that you left us, because, as they say, train a child in the way that you want them to grow. So the time that you've given us to raise us, I promise that was enough. Okay, it will never be enough if you're here, but since you choose to rest, or even if you didn't choose to rest, but I believe there is a good reason. So we promise to take on from here. Thank you.
By the names of Simeon, it's my uncle, big brother to my dad. So I have a lot of memories with uncle, as well as my big brother, my dad, and kept on uniting our family, making sure that as a family we meet, as a family we have a lot to say, a lot of memories. So uncle was such a person who is always considered about education and happiness of the family. since I saw him, I think I knew him since I was 10 years. And when I first got a chance to have a conversation with him was when I was in P6. This is the time when Uncle told me the word I'll never forget. He told me that you're hardworking, it's your respect. I'll never forget that, and I'll always respect him for that. Uncle was such a good person, such a perfect one, a good example to the family. He was not big, my uncle, but also took a part as my dad, if I may say. So we always remember him, and for my side, Uncle is not just dead, just taking a rest, I believe. And what I believe is that believers, once they will meet, since ko hari byinshi navugaho, gusa icyo nzi neza ni uko Uncle yabayeho icyitegererezo. Remember this time arwaye, we were together in the same room. I was from school. I went to check on him, just greeting. I never knew how he is, but I was like, I'll have to check to him and see how he is. When I reached, I greeted him. I was like, yes, you're from school. Let me guess, you passed, did well, because he was always concerned about our marks, our performance, our excellence. Yeah, and told me a lot about education, told me a lot about progressing and exceeding to the next level. He's this person who is always telling people words of, maybe I may say wisdom words, if I may phrase it like that, but I'll never forget him. He's a lovely man. Yeah. So he's just a real man, if I may say. He's just a gift from our family. God just gave us him as a gift, and a big, strong gift. A person who makes sure that everyone in the family is strong, is able, even if you think you're not capable. Just tells you everything is possible as long as you have it in your mind. Remember, he told me this when I was done with my senior 4. He told me that you're almost joining the university, and it's the hard level where you get your foundation. And the moment he told me that it was not fine, it was no good, he was suffering, life was not good to him, but whenever he was, just kept on playing for the family, always on his knees, praying for everyone in the house, praying for everyone in the family. Is this person who is always concerned about the family, who is always concerned about the peace and happiness of ours. So anything I can add on, I will never forget how he's always a man, if I may say, a man of God, who puts God first. Anything he's going to do, anything he wants to do, even if you meet him in the...
My name is MUKUNZI Esther. I'm a daughter to MUKUNZI Simeon. The late, as we talk, is gone. And what I can say about my dad, He's been a great man to me, mostly because he has been involved in my life and everything. Yes, because maybe we say education all the time because he was of education, all that he talked about was education and stuff. But we also have that part where he really got involved in my adult life. And I can't just say it's I'm finished, maybe the video and everything. But I'm very, very, very grateful to God that I had a chance, I picked an opportunity, and the blessing that I had a father like my father. And he always be my father because all his teachings are going to keep me close to him, and I'll make sure I put everything in action so that I get close to him because I know he's around. He's actually around me all the time. So I don't know how to share right now probably about his sickness because I was there from the start, from the little pain he had until he started having too much of it and he started suffering a lot. I was there. The time he started treatment, he couldn't walk. He used to always be a smart guy that woke up, showered, dressed up. He loved to be dressed up or always like smart. But he reached a point where he couldn't put on his shoes. That's when I saw things were getting serious now. Because even his legs had kuya mubiri we wuzuye amazi ntabwo yabashaga kwambara inkweto. At the times I used to be there to help him out, but then he's that person who never wanted in like help, but he wanted to help others. So it was kind of hard to make him get used to that part of he needs us like to help him, to assist him, because he already knew the part where he's the one to want us doing it for him, but he still, even when you're sick, he didn't let us become the ones to assist him, but instead he kept on assisting us. So the time where he started struggling was he came back home and was like, he saw this verse in the Bible, it says, I'll teach your children, and he was like, I trust God. God is going to teach you. I don't have resources right now, but I trust God that you guys are going to be great. Okay, we reached a point where we didn't really rely on funds. We just relied on His words, and His words didn't let us down. Kept us going. I kept doing good in class. I can say he didn't really, at least he built us inside. But he made sure he used the foundation in us, not like individual housing, because he always said, I might not have much, but the houses I'm building, they are in you guys. My property that I'm building is in you guys. So he invested everything in us, and I hope that I don't let him down. What he invested in me, the foundation he left with me, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to build on it. I pray that he's going to be understand the gap you've left. No one's going to fill it. Because there's no other dad that hurts, that can even take your place, not anyone else. One can try. I love you. Rest in paradise, but also rest in heart.
That's it then.